and welcome to Sad Boys versus EG. Couple sad boys here to watch with you. Wow, Peter, oh my god, that is one fresh looking camera over there. You're putting me to shame.
Yeah.
Damn.
EG X sad boy here.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, had to make sure you were looking good for this one, huh?
Big match. You know, sad boys looking horrible this DPC. You know, not too big of a surprise, you know, considering they kicked me. But yeah, they're in desperate need of a win here. But EG looks unstoppable. I think they look great at the major, and they've looked incredibly dominant this DPC. I know last season there was a bit of a struggle between them, Quincy Crew, and Team Undying. Not really expecting the same this time around. I think it's going to be a fight for second.
Yeah, it seems like they've grown to more than the sum of their parts at this point. Whereas before they can maybe have to rely a little bit on the individual skill, but after the major and everything, they look pretty damn clutch as a unit. So tougher times for the opponents in the NA upper division this time.
Yeah, definitely. But I do like the Sad Boys draft. I think Wraith King was a great final pick. There's not a lot of heroes that can deal with Puck's Dream Coil at the moment, and he's playing against that, and he's also playing against Chronosphere, and Warlock Rock. So there's a lot of big, you know, big cooldowns for Radiant, which Wraith King
that wound up being really
against.
good. It's like his classic matchup that he likes. So to have maybe there's a few too many ultis in a sense, so like you'll still have some left over, but. Yeah, the first roll in there from Crit. Maybe hoping to get towards that rune, but not having it. And a rare feed at the start here from Crit. Even had that ward there to help things out, so you know, guess they didn't see the rotations.
Is this a tri lane from Dire? I've never Shao Shaman, not traditionally a great tri laner, but
yeah, maybe just looking for a first kill. They're even like planting these wards. Oh, instant grab from Crit. All right, redemption. Well, they didn't notice in time. Good job on the double kill there, but yeah.
The most devastating thing about those D wards is the experience that they give, especially with like solo XP. It's like all of a sudden you're just level 2 like halfway through the second wave.
Yeah, that's a huge focus now. Oh, nice save with the stun. What that bounce? My god, it got the distance there. That was ridiculous.
It's a nice one. But with the Nether Toxin here, this is more of your... it's actually doing a ton of damage to Fear. So I was thinking like usually you go for the Q or the...
Yeah.
Sometimes you can go Corrosive at one just for the harass if they click you.
Another roll in from Crit. He's a little spell happy in the early game here. Still not quite level 2 though. So they can't commit for anything much larger at the moment. He's just going to grab the wave and pull to the side. That we saw earlier, of course, Crit, one of the most experienced Earth Spirit players around. Thank you, Knoxville, who's joined us on the stats. And
there's a couple players you don't really want to give this hero to. The thing is, like, the hero is usually not that great, like overall. Like, I mean, he's a great hero, but it's really one of those heroes that needs to be in the right set of hands. Take a look at bottom.
Oh, another lane.
Yeah, that's a bold call. I like it. It's the first big Pangolier we saw from Monster, and he's looking. No bash from Arteezy. He looks dead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, I jumped in, but this was after the Puck, right? It was Puck picks and then Pango, correct?
It was a 2-3 Pango, but the panel did mention it. The Pango shard lets you roll out of the coil.
True.
Which,
okay.
I mean, there are not very many heroes that can deal with that coil.
And again, also without your shard, it's, you know, kind of an issue as well.
Well, then you're just like every other hero who's awful against Puck.
True, fair enough.
At least he's got an answer at some point. I mean, he could get the Wind Waker or something.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but that's, you know, I haven't seen that item in months. I don't know.
Yeah, since it dropped, really. It got like picked up a little bit at the very beginning and then kind of ignored. Oh, mid lane as well. We haven't really checked in there, but bit of a farm fest. Ember versus Puck.
Yeah,
a matchup that goes back and forth quite a bit these days.
Yeah, this one really does depend on the rune control, which we'll see, you know, right around 6 minutes, right? Who's going to get that first power rune? Can be a big thing. Overall, I think Puck has a bit of an advantage in this matchup, but Ember does get to farm, and the slight spam is a bit annoying for Puck because he's a pretty low armor hero.
Well, since we're checking that out, of course, the kill up top on Damu. Ice has a Maledicon, but he'll be just fine. Skeletons won't be enough damage added on top there.
Maybe they are.
All right.
These things actually hit really hard, and they're tunneling him.
9 HP, he's dead.
Insane, dude. I've seen so many people die to these skeletons. Like, they're so fast, they attack incredibly quickly, and they do 34 damage a hit. I mean, 4 armor, of course, but it is a ton of damage. And
It's like a level 4 treant.
they were like locked on the target there. That was like a Spirit Breaker charge.
That aspect's pretty nice. They just like completely ignored crit no matter what you tried there.
It's a really nice trade for them, and they've actually got a big level advantage up here. Wraith King is almost 4.5, and Viper's 3.5 right now.
And you won't have any help right now because crit's coming into the mid lane for the runes, but so Z-Freak. Abed has to be careful. Ooh, oh, no, he canceled. It wouldn't matter. He would have canceled anyway from the roll from crit. Gives the zap there, but with another orb coming up in a moment, they should have Z-Freak here. Abed doesn't go for the stair play though, so he's going for the long range orb, and that means they're not going to get the kill. Yeah,
I thought Z-Freak was about to choke it there and get hit with that thing.
Yeah, it's like when you see the arrow coming, it's somehow more dangerous sometimes.
It happens, man. Sometimes you're just the magnet.
Abed tries to slight, tries to phase shift the slate, but not successful as Ruag gets a couple range creeps under the tower. Feeling a bit better here as Z-Freak makes his way back down the bottom lane as Arteezy's just been chilling. That monster, still not much better. Easy void lane.
Void is such a beastly hero, especially when he gets free farm like this. He's going to be a problem.
They have some nice tools in terms of like chain stunning, so Arteezy can't go too crazy, but it's also not a game where you're dependent on the Faceless Void's initiation at all. As
There's also a lot. Oh, action top.
Yeah, he's just done. Question is, can Fear get the damage once more with the Skellies? And
I think so.
Maledict ensures it.
This is where Wraith King, like at level 5, he gets 3 points at aura, like the sustain that he has, and like his total, he's got 1,000 HP with, you know, a gauntlets, right, and some branches. This is where he can get like really dominant in lane, and the mana cost on his Wraithfire Blast is just so low that it's just always up.
Just spamming that thing. It's so good with a kill support in this case.
Yeah, and he's like a... Can I say?
Oh, damn. What a rotation. Dead Ice comes in for the bottle fill and the attempted kill with the coil. He's still holding the bottle of Abed, actually.
He's dead. Abed's maybe dead?
Yeah, unless he has some crazy... Oh, he does the drop with the Fairy Fire?
There's not a lot of Maledict damage, and he can phase shit, so it's good. But Ice is having a horrible game. But so is Monster, so... a little bit even, but I think the Pangolier comes back more because he's got the team fight. Whereas Viper is like, you know, what is he going to do with no lane?
And now Roya might get a little bonus here. Z-Freak's on the chase down. They already used the shackles though, and they couldn't quite catch in time. The heal dissuades them away, but yeah. Oh, well, crit up top. Now the recovery perhaps of the lane. Wolfear need to skill the ulti.
He will need to.
On the tower, that's definitely worth it. Yeah.
Where the boys at?
They're starting their rotations. I mean, EG are definitely suspecting the rotations are coming, so they already start to run away, and they won't get punished for this.
This is something that I think that Sad Boys are messing up on. It's like they're starting to play in this lane bottom, but the thing is, Pangolier lost his lane, so he's already having like a rough time. So I feel like he can't be saved. However, it's like this top lane. That's where EG can't be saved, and they could just continue killing this Viper over and over and over with their Wraith King. But instead, he gets left on an island, and he takes a first death, and now he's got to be scared of maybe the puck coil.
And here it is. Of course, they know that this isn't going to happen. They don't get the snap in time. Still a lot of damage. Again, no ulti here, so down he goes. Actually snaps right at the end. Now the damage into Moo too, likely to fall. Some vengeance onto crit, but it's a 2-for-1, and yeah, Sad Boys get punished for choosing to try and help their weak lane rather than try and play with their strong hero and propel Fear a bit further in this game.
Yeah, what they actually did was try to gank the Warlock, if you remember, and they did not succeed. So their Warlock, you know, maybe killing the Warlock chase got their Wraith King killed. So it's gonna port back up here. Lane isn't over.
And Z-Freaks, oh, they're bringing everybody up here. They want the kill again. Okay.
Oh, and Void's coming too. So Arteezy's got his bottom lane pushed out. You see, it's like all the way at the tower.
They have no idea this is happening, but Fear, he just start backing away. There's the slow. It's a long journey to chase after Fear, but they do not seem worried about rotation. So Fear, not going to need the chrono at all. On
where the boys at?
50 seconds. That was a great game for Fear.
Yeah, his game's over. Sadly.
Sad Boys.
When you pour it up there and you die again. Oh man.
Radiant's bottom
Monster
tower
just
is
quiet
under
on the
attack.
comms right now as he
Dire's top
farms up
tower
some
is
waves,
under
just hoping to
attack.
not get called anywhere. Trying
He
to
does.
catch up his own game.
Let's finally now have level
Dire's
6.
top tower
So he can get some mana, join the next team fight.
Oh, but just stole 2 creeps from Roya. That was so depressing.
Radiant's bottom
Both of the
tower
big creeps.
is under attack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll keep pushing that tower, as you said.
So hard to punish these early pucks, and then they get this Witchblade, which is just like broken item for intelligence mids.
Yep.
Great
Especially when you can
stats and-
attack in an AoE eventually.
Yeah, and the slow, right? The slow is what really makes the item. It's just another like catch tool for puck. So he, maybe he doesn't have to use coil for every kill.
True strike, because why not too on those hits?
Why not?
Also nice.
Dire's structures are fortified.
They look to see if
Radiant's
Ice Ice is still
bottom
there.
tower is under
He is,
attack.
in fact, still looking nearby. But he's in between the tier 1 and the tier 2. He wants to be there for EG when they come for the rotation. The coil is there. They're smoked up. They have a long-range initiation from Crit. All they're really missing is the
Radiant's
Magnetize.
bottom
And
tower
Fear doesn't have ulti for another 20 seconds. Can they beat the timer? Oh, Abed's in. Gets hexed up instantly by Z-Freak. Into the shackles as well. Monster can't find anything to bounce off of, though. Has to go back for Ice Ice Ice. Can't get the finish there onto Abed.
Underwhelming
They got
Pango
one
roll
kill.
there. He
Yeah.
clipped the Viper twice there. That was about it.
And Roya with an Arcane Rune, not even able to really turn this into anything beneficial for Sad Boys, other than just trying to clear a stack of neutrals that are here.
Fear's got the Midas queued up. He's gonna need a little comeback farm. I like it. Get himself back in the game. Gonna need some heavy lifting from Roy 747 to get them back in the game here.
And Arteezy has migrated to the top and looking to just chill up here. Has some good ward coverage, so farming up for the team. Has the Javelin already. Actually, a lot of bonus damage. Javelin's kind of crazy.
It's a nice farming tool. It's one of the, it's a very popular farming item for carriers, right? Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Good wave clear, good build up components. Who doesn't like more damage?
Abed catapult
middle
full
tower
HP
is
as they
under
move in.
attack.
They have the coverage from the Golem here as well for Fly, but there are a lot of heroes grouped up here from Sad Boys. 4 of the 5 as Fear continues to farm.
Fortified.
He's just trying to draw some attention. Dire maybe overreacting a bit to his catapults. Oh man, Fear's getting targeted again.
Yeah, and they're trying to save on Arteezy, but he has that OBS. Skids the rotation in here, so there's no way he should be dying.
Void is just such a hard gank, right? Like max time walk, 6-second CD, resets his HP. Really, really good hero right now.
Yeah, they're baiting too, so they know they're here. Arteezy's now like, yes, I know your Shadow Shaman's nearby. Gotta pretend like I don't know all this from the ward up ahead. Don't get quite the angle they were looking for a fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's still farming, almost Witchblade completed for Puck. That's a nice early timing for him. But I think EG is just kind of setting up to play the farm game here. Their Void's already a bit ahead of the Wraith King, so they can kind of just say, hey, get your farming item earlier, hit your timings earlier than Wraith King, and then we'll make it happen maybe with Puck Blink or something.
Ooh, close to something there mid. A little half jump onto ice, just a slight Ebola, a smoke towards Crit. Oh, a haste rune. That could set things off. Of course he gets it with the puck, but now the Golem comes out. The fatal bombs onto, I think, 3 or 4 of them right there. Monster Leads gets the ulti off, now trying to chase down Crit. See if they can find something for the team's Abed. It still hates it. Of course he goes in for the boundary rune. Why not? Gets the coil onto 3 as well. Flies Golem, just in the middle, cracking some skulls here. Smacks down the Channeling Witch Doctor. 3 heroes gone as he comes in. Doesn't even want to use the chrono. He already has the time dilation, so delaying the potential jump from Monster means they're going to get to keep the big ulti for themselves, and Fear unable to get involved in this one for the squad.
Yeah, he's Wraith King is a very slow hero. He's got these skeletons that can help his team push towers and stuff, but he himself really wants to wait for usually like 1 or 2 items, and big items too, right? Like oftentimes he gets Radiance. This game he's trying to do Midas into Armlet, so I think he can. Maybe he's feeling he needs to like get involved, right?
Yeah.
For these tier 2 tower defenses or something.
Dire's middle tower
Because
is under attack.
things aren't going their way,
Dire's
but
middle tower has
they're
fallen.
not too far down.
No, it's definitely not a massive disaster or anything here. Yeah, it's a 3k lead, but perhaps you can find a punish when some of these ultis are down. Coil
Radiant's
still, even with the
bottom
nerfs,
tower
obviously
is
a
under
rather quick one, but the Golem, that's the timing you're looking for, which is what's kind of nice about saving the chrono there, is now they still have that as a threat to do start jumping onto Arteezy.
nice
Yeah, he
chrono.
just drops it. Has that ward vision again, still helping out, but gets disarmed. Good save from Monster. Abed. Well, Tease actually does jump in, but doesn't have the coil for another 5 seconds, so not able to kick anything off here for the team, and now they're truly out of the cooldowns.
Yep, just for a little bit, but do they have the damage to really make anything happen? You know, like we mentioned, Wraith King really isn't at his timing, so it'd be more so like a 4v4, because I doubt Void would show up unless it looks really juicy.
And you look at these two offlaners that had relatively rough times, Monster and Ice Ice Ice. Ice 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 went right for the boots of travel afterwards.
I break the smoke over here.
Yeah, they've had a very good sense of, oh, the silence. Okay, make sure he's not getting caught out there. Very good. Seafreak is still smoked up, and they have that ward, but he's not going anywhere too crazy. He drops a sentry to make sure he's not going to skittle on the way out of here. Ace's own smoke fades.
So this
and he's just going to look around.
This is the puck build that's where it's like, even if you have counters to puck, this is why this hero is so strong. You just go treads plus Witchblade, and you know, if the Rasta hexes you or shackles you, you've still got like a decent amount of HP to survive. And then you'll have an Earth Spirit to cancel shackles, or a Warlock Rock, or Void Chrono, or whatever. And you're just, nobody can get near you, because if you get coiled, you know, the rest of your team better be with you, or you're just gonna die.
I mean, this is like they camped the high ground for a long time, and they just guarantee it with the ult. You on the mid lane at the same time. They're gonna drop the coil onto Roya. So, trade for a trade. You okay with that? Spells used again.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Nothing
attack.
really tilting the favor back towards Sad Boys.
Yeah, Ice is just playing like, his lane didn't necessarily go his way, so I think he's just kind of in like, I'm gonna deal with the way that nobody else wants to deal with.
This is so depressing to see him just get like kicked in with the time dilation as a Pango, because you're clearing these waves under tower with your escape spell. So you get caught, and there's really nothing you can do. And now Crit, he wants the and one here from the foul line, but Moo's gonna try and lurk his way back to the place. Leave me alone. I'm just a 5.
Oh, he
to
missed
the
it.
high ground, the heal. It actually succeeds. He's living.
Bit of a misplay there by Abed, but it happens.
Even to Abed.
Yeah, I mean,
Dire's top
Panel was going on
tower is
about
under
how he was the
attack.
best puck in the
Dire's
world, right?
structures are fortified.
Abed, I believe, now, after that, so. And Zefreak's right back to his little home here, hoping for another pickoff, maybe.
Roshan he goes.
Ah, yes, the classic. 15 and 5 in Arteezy's last 20
Dire's
Void
top
games.
tower is under attack.
Picking some quality Void matches, perhaps, not the early Voids. Like a little bit later in the draft, and you think like, oh yeah, this is a quality team fight game.
This hero is, he comes in and out of metas, but right now I think he's certainly in, and he just gives your team such great team fight, and he himself is so difficult to kill. I also think that his Axe Shard is very good.
Yes.
And I think that's a really important component of your carry this patch, is that can you make the Axe Shard useful, because when you do get that second Roche, you get so much from it.
Is under attack.
Right. That's supposed to be the time where you basically win the game, it feels like. Or at least you take such an advantage that the enemy has to either make like crazy good plays, or you gotta really screw up.
Yeah, you either go high ground or you get up like 40k gold.
Yeah,
take your pick.
For now, it's gold that has been going EG's way, but it's not accelerating at any crazy rate. I'll say Sad Boys has done a fairly good job, considering how this game has felt, to keep it this even. And Fear now, you know, Midas, Armlet, he's heading towards the Halberd too to help out.
Yeah. That's why you need to be really careful about when you do Roshan. And sometimes, like, even if Roshan is free, there may have been like a better play for you on the map, because when they went to go Roche, they basically gave like the mid and the bottom lane and all of those jungle creeps to Sad Boys for free, so they could spread their heroes out and really just maximize. Where, you know, before EG went to Roche, Sad Boys were scared of dying everywhere on the map.
Now look at this though, teasing a high ground. I mean, they want to bring them back because Zefreak's also pressuring their bottom, and they don't want some like lame snake damage on their tier 3 at this point.
I want to see Wraith King, but I don't think Fear is going to go back.
And they will send back Arteezy though, just right in the face of the creep. So
They're pinging
Zefreak's
bottom.
back. Is this a smoke move? Are we going out here?
No way.
I mean, he TP'd bottom with the Aegis would be my only reasoning.
Oh, you mean EG could smoke?
No, Sad Boys. Because, like Arteezy TP to the bottom tier 3 in vision. Like, the whole time he was TPing, he was onto creep. So, like, theoretically, if you're Sad Boys, there might be a chance to try and catch some of the EG heroes without their Aegis. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't like it. You're not into that play.
No, I just think they just need to chill for the Aegis. And they're still waiting for, I don't know, items, I guess. Ember Spirit BKB.
Items are good.
There's just not really like a lot of great items. They do have Blink Dagger on Pangolier now, so that's something. 8-1s on Shadow Shaman. They're getting stronger.
There's the smoke indeed from EG now. Dissipating, they don't find anything on their own hunt. Just get back over into Sad Boys territory and try and take up some of the farming space that they're after as well.
Yep, now that they've got the Aegis, they can flip the map, take over the mid and the bottom lane, and clean up the rest of these towers. Fear doing the right thing, going in and pushing the top lane. The best thing that they can do is kind of pressure this top lane, force EG to come back, but I bet EG is probably going to try and force Fear to come back by hitting high ground on bottom once again.
Yeah, and this is a great play from Ryan in the mid lane, pulling that creep wave way off to the side. As long as he doesn't get punished for it, and Abed, he's in here teasing a bit. Doesn't want to drop the coil. He's not convinced they'll get the kill.
Yeah, it's not enough backup.
Yeah, so you keep that tier 2 alive in the mid if you can. And meanwhile, Z-Freak is snaking the ancients here. Gonna get some of the neutrals for his team. That's one way to go about it.
That's good. Need some farm. He's gonna get the 20-minute neutrals too if he wants.
I like how he has the trusty shovel in his quick buy.
Well, it better not be AFK in the stash.
I'll tell you that much. He was really hoping for it.
Oh, it is. So nobody's shoveling.
Well, that's why he's so upset, maybe. Maybe it was a reminder to himself, so he doesn't forget to dig when he goes home.
Oh wait, no, is that EGs? I don't know.
No, you're right. I think it is the Dire. They have one just chilling in their base.
Embarrassing.
In fact, both teams do.
Lazy supports, man.
Can't even bring it out every once in a while.
You gotta keep it in your stash, and you can just swap it back in and forth. Like if you get a bounty rune, that's like 250 to 500 gold, depending on the time of the game.
Well, they've been forced out of defending that mid tower now for quite a while and cutting these creep waves. Now finally they're gonna bring back Monster. They don't want to lose all of their outer towers from this Aegis.
Are you sure? I mean, it seems like they just like passing on free gold, so they could just give it over to EG. No problem, right?
Well, we'll see. I think they can hold this one. I'd be pretty disappointed, but again, you know, as you said, they really don't want to take this Aegis fight.
What's the Aegis timer? What do we got?
40, I think. 30 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, so TC's just gonna man up. They've got this medallion, not the Solar Crest yet for Fly. I think it's insanely good on. Yeah, it's also really important for a carry for you to be a good Solar Crest hero. A good Solar Crest. I think Void and Life Stealer are probably like the best two for that. Just because they have like passive procs on their attacks.
Top tower is under attack.
Solar Crest also busted. Cheap item right now.
That's also a requirement for your support. Make sure you just at least buy the damn thing.
Unfortunately, 5 positions this patch, we have been delegated the Solar Crest rush.
True.
Sometimes the offlaner will get it depending on their hero, but unfortunately, it's you know, it used to be Glimmer Cape. I used to have the choice, right? Maybe I want to go to Glimmer Cape, maybe I want to go Force Staff, maybe I'll get my Ag Shard. But nah, this patch you got to get the Solar Crest, all right?
Oh, this is kind of a good item. It's a bit of a feel-good item, but I mean, the Glimmer is nice for self-preservation, that's for sure.
Solar Crest and Sentry Wards, that's pretty much what you are as a position 5 this patch.
Well, the Sentries so far this game been pretty good. Vision for EG, a little bit limited on their own side map, of course, since they've been spending the vast majority over on the Dire. And right now, Sad Boys are smoking through some wards. They have a little bit of time left. There comes Abed. Link's right in the middle of them. Can he get out of this one? Has a waning rift. No orb available. Stun, no! Oh, the jaunt! Just in time.
Now they're caught in no man's land.
What do we do, guys? All right. Turtle, find out how we're going to fight this. They said in here, he's got that big ulti trying to tank up some of the damage, and the Chrono waves it back. Like, what a play from Arteezy. That actually worked out incredibly well.
It looked a little lucky.
It was pretty glorious, I have to say. Nice Chrono.
What a disaster of a team called the Dire.
At this point, it's just a mop and bucket. Man, that was a sick Chrono. Did he have wards on this in here?
Yeah, he had to, they
he placed it down. I see. When Crit went in, he placed down that ward. Very nice. All right, so we can just give the credit to Crit then.
Yeah, it was Crit's Chrono. He has Arteezy shared control.
Yeah. Said chrono crit. Well done. Oh, man. Keeping these together for so long on the side of Sad Boys, only for that to happen.
Yeah, that botched puck initiation just kind of let them know exactly where they were. And EG, you know, very willing to take team fights with their lineup. They've got some big spells they're willing to throw out.
Yeah, and they did not hold back at all. They dumped them completely on top of Sad Boys.
Just click R.
That's Dota, baby. Click R and buy dust. I think those are the two key things. You know, you can get very far in Dota just knowing those two things, I feel.
Fly is so farmed on the Warlock too. He's got the Ag Shard now, and he's almost got the Solar Crest.
Wow. I hope no one noticed that he skimped on that Solar Crest.
Yeah, that Ag Shard seems a little selfish. I agree. Well, it is a buff you put on your allies.
That's true. Well, we might have to send it to the Overwatch court, maybe. That would be good. See what Judge Cox has to say about it.
Guilty.
Guilty, yeah. Easy griefing. Right. Oh man, he was within range of the geomagnetic grip, but he is a BKB, so they can't fully commit onto him. Of course, if you just keep bashing him, you won't be that lucky today. Looks like BKB next as well for Fear. So they lost the big fight. They lost the tier 3. Where do we go from here?
Well, as much as we would all love EG to march up the high ground and take another successful team fight, they're probably just going to control the map and wait for that second Roshan. Their Void and Aegis, get him that Ag Shard and put the Solar Crest on him and let him siege.
Is that what you would call optimal Dota?
You know, I am a very cut and dry kind of a player. You know, I don't like to take big risks. I like to play by the book. You know, I like to get my wins legit.
Oh, wow. Well said. Oh, rolling not quite far enough against the silence there, so that's going to allow the BKB to come out from Arteezy, clean up Z-Freak. Roll through from Monster, gets the stun on the Abed, trying to keep this fight attainable for Sad Boys. So there's the buyback from Z-Freak, wants to rejoin this one to TPs to the tier 3. Everybody hit by those fatal bonds, so the damage getting spread out pretty well from Sad Boys, but now it's crit next to Paul. They've already got Ice Ice Ice, but Arteezy finally puts down the Chrono. Bash away inside. They've got everybody. They're going to stack the Dream Coil on top of the Chrono. You just can't get out of it. It's the stacking circles of death. Oh, Monster, even your own base isn't safe. Abed hops in the damage reduction from Monster. Help him out here, though. Not sure the spell's on Abed comes back out. He's got a regen rune. Oh, okay, perfect. Like sad toggles. Nice. Nice toggles. Fear's keeping it up, but Abed does get the clean up near the base. And the bash from Fear. And Arteezy will find himself an ultra kill as Abed selfishly kills Monster for himself.
They're all over the place that fight. I feel like they went on 3 different targets and they all just like barely lived. Even there at the end, you know, trying to stun the puck, just phase shifted it. Void had Maldic. I mean, maybe you could have done something there. I don't know.
Dire's top tower.
It almost felt like they were being like, they tried to create like this chaos factor with Monster jumping to the back lines, and then eventually the fight just got herded into a little bubble, and then that bubble became a Chronosphere.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Dire's top barracks.
At that point, things are just a little bit depressing as they will clean up the top set of racks. Abed already tinkering away on the mid set, and they can just watch it all burn down here. But it looks like they're calling it off. They're gonna let Abed keep hitting, but with a disarm, not gonna commit too heavily. No real point there for EG.
Yeah, so we're looking at what would you call it? Like do you remember the shellacking tier list?
Oh yes,
like 4 tiers with the mega shellacking.
I believe there was a dumpster at one point. I don't know if we're in dumpster level because we've had some pretty big shellacks. You know, game 1 of the day was pretty rough. It was rougher than this.
We've had worse shellackings, that's for sure. I've been the witness of many shellackings this DPC season, and the top one is the Gaben tier shellacking. But I would say this is like a rank 3 shellacking. But it did make it the second Roshan. I think the ultimate shame in Dota is to lose on first Aegis.
True. You have to at least get here. This is the game-winning one. They're going to catch crit first. Looks like he was trying to pop some smokes there. A little bit of vision on the high ground helps him out, though. It's crit. We'll get the roll through, and he's largely dropping. He has a lot of Maldic damage, though, but with the BKB, should be all right. Ball comes out, popping right back into the fight, and now the disarm, the stuff on Arteezy. He doesn't get to hit anybody, but it's all right. They're dying anyway. They catch Z-Freak too. The respawn from Fear as Roya also still living in the middle of this though. But Abed's godlike, and Arteezy is just running at Roya. He jumps right back to Crit, who still has another pull here with no BKB. And get the silence here, but he's waiting for the Atos first. Now they sack the silence, and then we got the orb damage from Abed, but Arteezy steals the kill first. So it wasn't first row.
The curtains. The
Yeah,
second
but it was
Roche
second.
siege was inevitable. Decent attempt here by Sad Boys. I think they made a couple mistakes. Mostly